Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Backyard Sports Center Match of the Week. This is Season 5 of the Backyard Baseball Online League. We are so happy to have you all here. I am Alex. Joining me, as always, is DLW. How you doing, DL?
We are back on Twitch.
We are back. So back on Twitch.
It's been too long, man.
It really has. Quick question, DL. Here.
Howdy do. You ready to play a game?
Do you possibly hear a echo in the gameplay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear an echo from all of the sounds. You, me, gameplay.
Yeah. I'm thinking our player might have to deafen us before he continues playing. So for those of you who don't know what this is the Backyard Baseball Online League. So in Backyard Baseball 2001, there was the option to play online, and that
Shake a leg there.
A year into the game's development and all that, and once all that. Just a second. Hello.
I might have done it. Hold on. Nope.
This is great. I love it. If I mute this. Okay, yeah, it's coming from KB's end for certain.
Okay, Killerbat says I have a headset on. Let them reshare.
Yeah. We're running into some technical difficulties, guys, but don't worry, I'll keep you guys on your toes for this. So about 20 years later, after the online servers got disconnected, Little Cat made a little server and basically, bam, got it back up and running. This was around 2 or 3 years ago, I think, and it's been running ever since. And they've had a couple of leagues. This is the 5th season of the league. We have 4 divisions. We have the Humongous League, the Junior League, the Super Duper League, and the Little League, all based on skill level. Each league has their own champion. Last year, we had 3 champions. We just had the Humongous Junior and Little League. Humongous League, Loba was the champion. That was his 2nd championship. Then Junior League, it was like CRK. And then the Super Duper League was P. Sanchez. That was the name of the user. Are we hearing a echo still, or are we good now?
This sounds good.
Okay,
right here.
Perfect. I'm going to unmute. So that
He just clicked deafen. I think that's all. I think you were right.
Perfect. Great. Well, for this game, we have Killerbat. Let's go ahead and actually show you guys what's up. That's not it. That's it right there. Yeah. So we have Killerbat, who is going to play as the Baltimore Orioles. Killerbat was one of the best players in the game when online play was first a thing, all the way back in the year 2000, 2001. And then we got Hciii, who is going to play as the New York Yankees. He's a more newer player. I'm sure he played the game way back when, as most all of us did, but he just got back into things, and he is a force to be reckoned with. He
On the
nearly
mound
went
today
undefeated last
is
year,
Frank Thomas.
but unfortunately
Here
lost
comes
in
the
League
big
Championship
hurt.
Series.
Sonia Hagen
Looks like we're
steps
getting
up
right
to
into
bat.
things, so let's go ahead and get started. So,
Well,
leading-
first pitch is coming up. It's Frank Thomas on the hill and Sonia Hagen at the plate.
Low and outside.
First pitch is outside for ball 1. Frank Thomas is the only pitcher used so far this season
Ball 2.
by
2 and
the
2.
Orioles.
Here comes the big.
Still hasn't found the strike zone yet, but 4.59 ERA in 3 games.
Swing
Orioles are 2-1 coming in. Yankees are 3-0. Ground ball to third. Adachi throws to first in time for out number 1.
Chico Adachi is a very good third baseman. He's got a nice arm.
And up second now is Francis Bluer.
From the windup, fire. Low and inside.
Pitch is taken for a ball inside. Bluer this season
And the pitch.
through 3 games, a 5.56 average.
One out.
Sonia Hagen also had a 5.56 average coming into today.
He winds.
It'll be a 2-0 pitch now to Bluer,
Ball 3.
and the right hook misses high. 3-0. You think Bluer will get the green light here?
Maybe.
Does not, and it's in the zone for a strike.
This is probably a good chance for Bluer to have the green light on a 3-1.
He's ready now. Here's the pitch. A swing.
Hitters count, and Bluer hits one out to right field. Houston will not get to it. It's off the wall. Bluer's going for 2. Here comes the throw, and she'll be in there standing with a double.
Yeah, that's a good hit by
Lindsey
Bluer.
Felgen.
Just a good contact hitter. Got a little bit of speed on her. She was able to take advantage of Betty Houston's
He comes
shortcomings in
center.
defense.
Fires.
Let us know in the chat who you think will win.
Thought I was getting
Rooting for the Yankees or Orioles tonight.
You see
I'll
me
throw up a
pitch.
poll.
Let us know.
Now, cut
Oh,
to
no
the
worries. I
plate.
can bump up my mic a little
The
bit.
swing. Strike one.
Thank you for telling me.
They have a runner on second. 1 out.
You thought I was good at the plate. Wait till you see me pitch.
Felgate comes into today with a 750 average, 2.528 OPS.
A bouncing ball.
Ground ball up the middle. Thomas walks by it, and Felgate will make it to first safely. Bluer stays on second, and Isabel Morelli come to the plate, a 5.56 average. A lot of players coming into today 5 for 9 through the first 3 games for
1 out.
HC3's Yankees.
Yeah, this is week 4 of the series.
And
HC3 is 3-0. Killerbat is
Strike
2-1.
1-1. From the stretch, Roses. The wing. A blooper in foul.
That ball is hit
And the count is
deep but foul.
From the windup, the delivery.
The 1-2 pitch to Morelli.
Down she goes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Down it.
That's the first strikeout of the game for Frank Thomas.
Steps up to bat.
He had 14 strikeouts entering today. And here's Jillian Payne.
One more time.
That was ball 1.
No, I think we're good.
Here comes the big hurt.
From
Payne comes in today 6 for 9 on the season.
ball 2. And the count is 2-0.
Takes the first 2 pitches.
Into the motion. He throws it.
Here's the 2-0. Low for ball 3. So
The windup. Pitch on the way.
Yankees keeping their bats on their shoulders.
And that's the full ball.
I guess
There's a walk.
not doing so good.
So 3 blonde generic girls on the bases. And here comes Jose Meisenheimer.
When you say blonde generic, we're not calling them basic. They can actually, they've actually found ways to play as the generic
Here's the
characters that you
motion.
would
Pitch on the way.
run into during season play.
Swung on. But
So Jose Meisenheimer right here,
The
who just
bases
found it
are
off. He's
loaded.
one of the
2
players,
out.
if you played a season team, it's one of the
ready
many
now. And the
cast of characters
offering.
you would run into.
Swung on. It's going up the right field line.
And he hits that one foul. 4 for 8 coming into today.
Bases are loaded. 2 out.
2 of his hits were doubles.
The stretch and delivered.
The other 2 singles.
The swing.
The 0-2 to Meisenheimer. And he fouls it off, and he stays in
Is 0-2.
this one.
Meisenhauer has good power,
Ready
so he
now.
could hit one out if he wanted to.
Swinging. And another batter.
And he can't catch up to that pitch. Strike 3. Tricky right hook. Looked a bit high. And Thomas works his way out of a jam. So the Yankees leave 3 on the bases. And the Orioles are coming to bat.
Yeah, that right hook from Frank Thomas is
Juan
deadly.
Gonzalez gets things rolling.
Jose Meisenheimer comes into today. No earned runs. But only pitched an inning and 2/3.
Low ball.
5 batters faced, so nobody's reached base against Meisenheimer. Actually, well,
Strike.
no, 1 person reached base, but there was a double play. So a walk, but no
From
hits.
center. The 1-1.
Here's Juan Gonzalez. leading off for the Orioles.
From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. That was a ball.
He looks at the 1-2 high for ball 2.
Here's the windup.
400 average. That's only 4 for 10. He's got a home run. Ball is down the third base line, and it's a fair ball. Gonzalez will
Chucks it over.
make it to first base, so got one on for Zen and Estrada.
Up to bat.
Estrada comes in 7 for 10, 2.327, 2.327
Runner on.
OPS.
He's set. And the pitch. Low and outside. And the count is 1-1. Target goes up. The 1-1.
Here's the 1-1 to Estrada, and it's a ground ball up the middle. Meisenheimer fields it, fires to second, and he'll go to first, and it's not in time. So they get the force at second. Diaz not able to turn the double play
Into the windup. Here's the pitch.
for that 1-4.
A bounce.
Labuena hits one up the middle. Meisenheimer gets it to second and
Safe on first base.
can't turn the double play there, but they keep getting the lead runner, so it's a runner on first now for Betty Houston.
The windup and the pitch. Low ball 1.
Houston's 4 for 9 coming into today. 1 home run, 2 RBI.
The stretch.
Got a prediction
The right.
up in the Twitch chat.
First, 2 out.
Use your channel points to predict either the Yankees or Orioles will win this game.
Ball 2. And
1-2 misses low to Houston.
the windup.
You'll notice that
A 2
Killerbat
pitch.
has a lot of power hitters on his team.
That was ball
There's 6
3.
players with
3
an
and 2.
80 or more better
Target
stat
goes
of
up.
power.
A 3-2
So, like,
pitch. The swing.
oh,
Along.
Just like that.
Gets under.
Houston hits one deep to left field. Morgan's going back, and it's off her head, but it stays in the field of play. Labuena's going for third. She might round third and go home.
Over to third.
Houston's coming into second. Here comes the throw, and it's cut off, and Labuena will score.
Today's score.
Orioles take an early 1-0 lead. We're still in the bottom of the first. Here comes the catcher, Nikki Winston.
yeah, those running catches are really hard to
Calls
miss.
timeout.
Stephanie Morgan is normally a very good defensive player, but unfortunately that one hit her noggin so hard that it went 15 feet the other way.
Now pitch.
It looks like Morgan will lead off the next inning. It's Fernando Diaz already on the hill
That was ball 1. They have a runner on second.
for the Yankees. Diaz comes in with a 1.38 ERA through 13 innings,
Low and outside. 2 and 0.
12 Ks, 1 walk.
From the stretch, the pitch. The wing. Good.
2 O's fouled back.
2 and 1. From the stretch, the 2-1 pitch. The right. And the count is 2 and
Nikki Winston is 2 for 7 on the season, but he's drawn 3 walks. One of those 2 hits is a home run. And this one's hit deep, but looks like Morgan will get to it. No! She traps it, but she's not able to catch it. Houston's coming home. Here comes the throw, and she's caught between third and home.
Right to third.
The runner all the way back to third base, and she's safe.
I
How did
guess
they
I'm
miss
not
that? Oh
doing
my
so
gosh.
good.
I just
Gotta
peeked
get
real
the
bad.
tag down. Winston goes to second.
This one.
Houston's at third, and here comes
The windup and the throw.
Frank Thomas.
Ball 1. And there are runners at second and third. 2 out. Take
Thomas comes in 5 for 10, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and of course,
2 and 0.
he's the pitcher for the Orioles.
Into the windup. Throws it. A swing. Strike.
Yeah,
What?
it's crazy to think, but Frank Thomas is a good pitcher in this game.
Into the
One of the best.
Easily has probably one of the better right hooks in the game for certain.
From the windup, that's
Facing a 2-2 count,
low and away.
and he takes for ball 3. So it's a 3-2 count, 2 outs, runners on second and third.
Swung on.
And Thomas hits one deep to right center field.
It's over to it. She's
And it will be caught for out number 3.
and that's an out.
The Orioles leave
And that'll
2 on the bases, but they do score a run as we go to the top of the second. Stephanie Morgan will lead it off for the Yankees.
comes up to the plate.
Fun fact, Stephanie Morgan and I share the same birthday. That's the only interesting fact about her.
Well, happy belated birthday, Alex.
Into
Thank
the
you, thank
windup. And the throw. Low ball 1 with nobody out.
Steph Morgan is a little bit of a contact hitter.
Takes the
Got a little bit of
stretch,
speed
pitch
on her
the
as
way.
well. She slaps it in the gap. She'll definitely get on base.
Okay, pitcher, I'll give you that one. Next one, out of here. 1 and 1.
Here comes the big hurt.
Frank Thomas's
The windup. And
right
the
hook
upper
rating
end.
is a 100.
High and inside.
Like,
And
it will
the
go
count
from
is
one side of the
2-1.
screen all the way to the next.
Into the windup. Pitch on the way.
So HCI's got to watch out for that. Like, that's probably going to be a strike. Ooh, it's just a little bit low. So the count is 3-1 now.
Into the motion. 3-1 pitch.
That's going to be a hittable. It's going to be a ground ball right towards Thomas.
It's
Going
a
to throw
little
it to
trick
first.
there to the pitcher. He throws
Barely
the
in
ball.
time for out number 1. Yeah, you don't want to dilly-dally.
Fernando
And Stephanie Morgan is
Diaz
sprinting her way to first base. Now we got the pitcher Fernando Diaz.
From the stretch, throws it. Low ball 1.
That's a ball. Fernando Diaz is a little bit of a contact hitter.
And the delivery.
Got a little bit of speed on him as well. Just a little bit, though. Not as much as Morgan.
Takes the stretch, the pitch.
Going for that slow ball, and it's a strike.
And the count.
Paints the corner
2-1.
beautifully. It is 2-1.
The windup. Here's the pitch. Swing.
That's a line
It's going
drive
up
the
right
other way,
field
and it's
line,
foul.
And it's a foul ball. 1 out.
Gonna move closer to the mic. Got a bunch of comments saying that I'm a little quiet, so we gotta see if we can fix that. That's a strikeout. Strike number 3. That is strikeout
Down it.
number 3 for Frank Thomas. Killerbat, no stranger to Frank Thomas. He had Frank Thomas on that famous season 2 Orioles club.
He winds, fires. Ball 1, 1-0.
That's low for Vic Souffle, a defensive specialist.
And the delivery. Swung on.
A little fast, and he's got a fantastic arm as well.
Leaps up.
A good grab by Frank Thomas, and that's a 1 and a 2 and a 3. The Orioles are coming right back up. It's going to be the bottom half of the order. Smith, Adachi, and Olive Hussein.
Jacinda Smith comes to bat.
So Jacinda Smith, you may notice that she has a 10 out of 10 in her batting card.
And
Well, that's a
delivery.
10 out of 10 contact batting. Like, she knows exactly where the ball is going when the pitcher pitches it, and she'll be able to smack one. And she'll have a little bit of speed on her, but it's not
And it's an out.
necessarily power per se.
Chico Adachi
And that's a little bit of a
steps up to
squiggler.
bat.
Out number 1. We got Michiko Adachi.
He winds, throws it.
That's a corner pitch.
To right.
Right
One out.
in there. A little low, but barely inside.
Here's
Uh,
the motion. Here's the pitch.
Fernando Diaz has a 100 rated left hook,
And the count is 0-2.
as opposed to Frank Thomas's 100 rated right hook. There's that left hook. Let's see if it's in there. It's low.
And the count is 1-2.
Adachi on
He
the other
also has a
hand.
decent right hook.
Oh yeah.
Not as good as the left hook.
Sliced it.
72 rated right hook on Diaz.
Swung on. That's a foul.
Adachi can
1-2.
also hit the ball decent. That's 60 rating of power, 43 rating of contact. So she'll hit the ball into the gap pretty hard.
Round
Instead,
to
this
short,
time
straight
she
to
hits
short.
it straight to the
Chucks
shortstop
first.
for out number 2.
South, chucks it
And I'll
over.
bring up Olive Hussein.
Olive Hussein steps up.
Out of all these players, I think Olive Hussein is probably the worst hitter,
He throws it.
but she is by far not the worst.
Sliced
She has a 6 speed, which means that she can probably get on base if she hits it into
Here's
the
the
gap
motion.
enough.
Cuts to the plate. A swing.
That's a ground ball.
Goes for the diving.
That's a diving catch.
Up
Olive
with
Hussein's
it.
going to make it
Great
first on
catch.
time.
She'll be held to a single.
As an infield single.
Juan
And Juan Gonzalez is on base. On base. He's coming up to the plate. Excuse me. Single, his first time up, of course.
Cooperstown.
Looks like
Ready
KB
now,
wants
and
to
delivered.
absolutely rake this
Swung
one.
on. Strike. Runner on first.
Bit of an early
2 out.
swing there for strike 1.
He winds. He throws it. Swing.
That's deep.
One
Center
left
field.
center, runs
Will
over
that
to
hit
it.
the wall? No, it will not. It will be caught in center field.
That'll end the inning. Left
Caught in
one
center
on
field
first. Orioles are
Does not
leading
say
up by 1.
who the center fielder is on my
Sonia
stat sheet.
Hagen.
Oh, well, there
That's
she
up
is,
to bat.
Sonia Hagen.
Yeah, Sonia Hagen
The
leading off the third. Top of the order back up for the Yankees after they went 1-2-3 in the second.
Nobody out. From the windup and the throw.
Here's the 0-1 pitch,
And the count is 1-1.
Oh,
taken low for a ball.
Hold on.
Into the
There we
windup
go.
and the throw.
And taken for strike 2. Just barely painting the
From the windup, the 1-2 pitch
inside corner.
was a ball. And the count is 2-2.
Takes again, it's ball 2.
At the plate. Wait till you see me pitch.
Here's the windup, the 2-2 pitch.
Here's the 2-2 to Hagen.
The swing. Tags one.
That one's hit to left field. It'll bounce and past LaBuena. Hagen's going for 2. She'll make it there easily. So it's a stand-up double for Hagen to start the third. Juan Gonzalez is going to run the ball to Frank.
Steps up to bat.
Yeah,
Here comes Frances Bluer. She had a double earlier today.
From the stretch, the pitch.
Was not able to score.
That was a ball.
Left on third base.
Second, with nobody out.
with a powerful team like Killerbat's Orioles, you
windup,
do
the
take a
pitch.
little dip in defense, and you definitely saw that there with LaBuena's pass ball.
Right.
And see deep to center field. Hussein is under it,
She missed it.
and she can't make the catch.
The throw.
LaBuena will have to throw it in. And now we've got runners on second and third, as Hagen was
Felgate steps up.
waiting for the result of that play to determine where to go. She only gets the third,
On the way.
as here comes Lindsay Felgate.
And there are runners at second and
Felgate's
third,
definitely
with
the best
nobody
player
out.
on this Yankees
You thought I
squad.
was good at the
95
plate.
power,
Wait till you see
70,
me
I want to
pitch.
say, 2 contact, and pretty fast as well.
A swing. Foul. And the count.
It's that one foul. Counts 1-1.
And the offering. Ball 2.
That pitch is left high for a ball.
The target goes up.
Felgate wanted nothing to do with that slow ball.
That was ball.
Here comes a hook that looked like it never had any chance of getting in the zone.
Ready now.
So it's a 3-1 count to Felgate,
And she walks.
and he'll be given first base. So again, bases loaded for the Yankees. Can they drive in a run?
Isabel Morelli.
This will be their best chance, too, because no one's out.
No outs.
The target
3 people on. Isabel Morelli. We've got a blonde girl at every base and at the plate.
takes the stretch. The pitch. That was ball 2.
Yeah,
Bases
HC3
loaded,
chose
nobody
5
out.
generic, tall, blonde players for his team.
The stretch. The delivery. Swing. Sliced it.
Some people are referring to this team as the 4 non-blondes.
But there are 5 of them.
No, the 4
On
non-blondes.
the way.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. The 4 non-blondes and the 5 blondes.
Yes,
And I say, hey,
Oh.
what is going on?
that's right.
Into the motion. The 2-2 pitch. A swing. And this.
And strike 3.
Cha-ching.
There's that right hook
Frank
on
Thomas.
perfect display.
Frank Thomas with that right hook. Getting her to strike out with the bases loaded.
Steps up.
Here comes Jillian Payne. Walked in her first time up.
Out.
And is there going to be the first pitching change for the Orioles this season? Or is it just a defensive swap?
It looks like a defensive swap. I don't know if he would change pitchers with Thomas. Still got a lot of stamina.
So it's just a defensive swap.
He won.
Maybe putting some better fielders
Low ball 1.
second base, right field. Payne is a left-handed hitter.
Set. Throws it. 1-1.
Payne has 1 extra base hit entering today.
Swing. Another.
The double. 1-2 count to Payne.
The windup and the pitch. Ball 2.
And she takes that pitch low end outside for ball 2.
Payne has the power to hit one out. I don't know if she's going to do it.
Oh, it's a ground ball up the middle. Thomas throws home. Winston goes to first, and it's a double play. The Orioles again get out of a bases-loaded jam. No runs score. Zen and Estrada will lead it off for the Orioles in the bottom of the 3rd.
That is unfortunate for the Yankees.
And with that timeout, Lindsey Felgate was moved to pitcher for the Yankees. Felgate, through 1 1/3 innings in previous games, no runs scored. Estrada hits that one deep. Morgan is under it, and she'll make the catch for out number 1.
5, 6, 7 blondes out there that time. I don't know what the other two were doing. I guess they were just reserve players.
Maybe some of the groundskeepers were left out there.
And the offering, strike 1 out.
So,
The windup, the 1-1 pitch.
after
Ball 2.
some
Target goes up.
tough situations earlier, Morgan was able to hold on to that ball and make the out.
And the
LeBlanc is already at a 2-2 count,
ball 3.
and she takes for ball 3.
Buena's got a 98 rating of power.
And there's ball 4. And she walks.
But it doesn't look like it matters.
She doesn't get a chance to use it. She'll be given first base here.
Betty Houston steps up.
Here comes Betty Houston. She had a double
Into the windup and the
earlier today and scored the lone run in this game.
runner on first. 1 out.
Betty Houston is probably the only good relief pitcher option I can think of for Frank Thomas. Because you know, Bobby Bullgreen, whom Killerbat used for a couple of years, he's been his starting pitcher every now and then. And Bobby Bullgreen is the almost exact clone of Betty Houston.
Now pitching, Jose Meisenheimer.
And Jose Meisenheimer's back on the bump for the Yankees.
1 pitch. The
Here's the 2-1 to Houston, and this one's hit deep to left field, and it'll get down off the wall.
play for her. Flings it to third.
But now there will be runners on first and second for the Orioles.
Winston comes to the plate.
Here's the catcher, Nikki Winston.
Swinging. A bouncing ball.
Good double play
Ground
chance.
ball. Meisenheimer will throw to third. Now they go to second, and they can't make the play.
Frank Thomas, the batter.
They get the lead runner at third.
The windup. The pitch.
Here comes Frank Thomas.
Swung on. Foul ball.
Fouls off the first pitch.
Second. 2 out. The windup. Fires. Ball 1.
The 0-1 to Thomas is taken for a ball.
He winds. The 1-1 pitch.
And Thomas takes that pitch. It's strike 2. It's a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second.
Very
You're in the
smart.
bottom of the third.
Very smart move by Thomas to switch to line drive.
And that's lined right at the third baseman. And she'll step on third.
That's it for the 3rd inning. 2 left on. The
So
Orioles are
2 runners left on.
up by 1.
1-0 as we move to the 4th.
Jose Meisenheimer.
Eisenheimer's going to lead this one off. 81 power, 43 contact, 3 speed. So Eisenheimer,
He's ready
really his
now.
only
He
option is to
throws
try
it.
and hit for the fence.
Swing. Popped it
He will
up.
hit for
That's
the
not gonna get
mound
there.
instead.
Jumping in the air. And now.
Easy catch for Frank
First out.
Thomas, out number 1.
Stephanie Morgan comes up.
Here
to
comes
the plate.
Morgan. Famously has based her stance off the great Babe Ruth, though I don't know if Babe Ruth had that big of a backswing
He winds the delivery. High
or
ball
that back
1.
of the stance. I'm pretty sure he very famously held the ball, held the bat straight
From the
up.
windup, the delivery. That was ball 2.
2 straight balls from
1
Frank
out.
Thomas. He has 2 walks today,
He winds.
pitching
Here's
around the
pitch.
Yankees a lot, really.
Swing.
sharp line drive into left field, but it's cat.
That's
It is not cat. It is dog. It is caught
Fernando Diaz
by
just
Michiko
goes back.
Adachi for out number 2. We got Diaz.
Ready now. Cuts to the plate.
The slow ball.
Low ball one.
Not able to fool
2 out.
Diaz. Ball 1.
He's set. And the throw.
That's a more hittable right hook
That's
that's
a foul.
fouled behind them.
1-1.
Honestly, if he had looked at that, that probably would have been ball 2. But instead, it's 1-1.
He winds. The 1-1.
As long as Frank Thomas has that right hook, he will keep on using it, and that is strike number 2 and probably the most controversial of spots.
From the stretch. And the delivery.
Fouled behind him.
Fouled back. And the count is
1 and 2 counts. 2 down.
Into
Top of the
windup.
4th inning. Orioles lead 1-0.
A swing.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Diaz strikes out for the second time today. That is Frank Thomas's 5th strikeout in
Halfway through the
66
inning
pitches.
now.
And the Orioles are coming
Orioles
back
are
up.
leading up
Smith,
by 1.
Adachi, and Hciii.
Jocinda Smith comes to bat.
Hciii says in the chat, shockingly defensive game from the 2 highest scoring teams in their division.
Here's the pitch.
Only 1-0 here at the bottom of the 4th.
The Yankees did have 2 good chances with the bases loaded, but they squandered both of those chances.
1-1. Here's the motion. The
Smith
1-1
looking to
pitch.
swing for the fences.
Another strike.
Not necessarily a
And the
power
count is
hitter,
1
but
and 2.
definitely a good hitter nonetheless.
From the windup, the 1-2
A
pitch.
54 power and a 100 contact. That's a fly ball into left. That's probably going to drop, but it is going to hit the glove
The ball to first.
of one of the blondes out there. And Jocinda Smith will easily
Michiko
reach
Adachi
first base,
steps up to bat.
bringing up Michiko Adachi.
He comes center. Cuts to the plate. Swinging.
Very
A
hittable
blooper
ball
in
is
foul
taken
territory. Runner on
directly
first,
to the left
nobody
for
out.
foul ball.
Ready now,
Strike number
fire.
1. Low ball 1.
1-1.
Runner on first. 1-1.
From the stretch,
Orioles
the
lead by
delivery.
1 run.
Swung on.
That's a bit of a blooper. Deep into right.
He's under it.
Diaz
And
makes the
that's
catch.
and
Smith is
that's
going to
gonna
slide
go to
into first
Secures a single.
for tagging back
Olive
up.
Hussein comes to the plate.
Hussein with a single earlier today.
Into the
Could possibly
motion.
get on
Here's
base
the pitch.
again.
The swing
It's hittable, but
to
not
right.
too hittable. Strike 1. A bit of an early swing
Takes the
from
stretch.
Killerbat
The
there.
delivery. That was a ball.
A good pitch from
Runner on
Eisenheimer,
first.
but that is ball
One out.
1. It's just a little too low.
Target goes up and delivered. Swung on. A bounce.
A little bit of
Goes for the diving
hits the
catch.
tip of the
Picks it
bat.
up, straight to second. She's out of there.
Hussein makes it to first, but Smith is caught at second. So with 2 outs, Juan Gonzalez comes up to the bat again.
I'm sending that ball on a one-way trip to Cooperstown.
This is exactly how the bottom of the second ended, was a fly out from Juan Gonzalez with Michiko Adachi at first.
The stretch. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Runner on first. 2 out. Time out.
Gonzalez has 1 home run and 1 RBI, has scored 4 runs in 3 games prior to this one. Of course, he has an extra hit. He has 4 hits in total. This looks to probably be a defensive change, perhaps a pitching change, and Fernando Diaz is back on the mound.
Ready now and delivered. The swing strike
That's
one.
strike 2, and that is
Oh,
a
my
well-placed
Runner
left
on
hook.
first. 2 out.
I do not blame Killerbat for
From the
swinging.
windup and delivered. Swinging.
That's a ground ball.
Oh,
Hussein
no,
is
missed it.
fast. She will make it into second. Gonzalez will make it into first. And there's 2 on with 2 outs.
Zenon
Bringing up
Estrada.
probably one of the most dangerous hitters in this entire game, Zenon Estrada.
The stretch and the offering.
Diaz he's got to be a little careful around Estrada. Otherwise, this will end up being a 4-run game instead of a 1-run game.
Here's the windup. Throws it. Low ball 2.
That's another ball.
Runners on first and second. 2 out.
Diaz in a bit of a tough spot.
Into the windup. Fire.
That's high for ball 3.
And the count is 3 and
How much want to bet he's intentionally walking him? Oh, that's a good pitch. That's strike
3 and
one. Estrada has a
He's
good.
ready now.
Might as well
3-1
swing.
pitch. Or
Will not
stop.
swing because that's a low hook for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. Killerbat using the mouse to circle the base paths. You can see he's like, yeah, you see the situation I am in? Bases loaded for Rachel Labuena, another one of the better hitters in the game. Not nearly as good as Zenon. Is that going to be fair? No, it's going to be foul, just barely. Labuena's got a 98 power, but her contact's a little bit off.
From the windup and the pitch. That was ball 1.
Regardless, this is a very good opportunity for these Orioles. Fly ball, center field, going back at the track, at the wall. That is a grand salami! 5-0 Orioles. Killerbat is living up to his name yet again. 391 feet that one was. Very high, not very far, but high enough that it was able to cross the center field wall.
Just slightly away from the video screen may have kept in the park. It was a bit more centered.
That is her 5th home run of the season. She now has 13 RBIs.
From the stretch and the offering, a swing. 2 out.
Now we got Betty Houston, who's got a double and a single.
And the pitch. The wing.
A ground ball. Go to first. A laser to first base for out number 3. You can tell Souffle is just the slightest bit peeved after that grand slam.
Up by 5.
This is already the most runs given up by HC3 this season. It's only game 4, but gave up 2, 1, and then 0 in his 3 wins, and he's down by 5 runs at the top of the 5th. Souffle, it's a weak ground ball. Thomas will field and fire to first in time for out number 1. You guys in the Twitch chat put 53% of your points on the Yankees. Prediction is closed, of course, until the end of the game.
Guys, it's
Top
the
of the order.
2020s. The Yankees haven't been relevant for years.
1 out.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
this
they're
year,
relevant.
this game could be
I
the
know
ALCS.
they're relevant this
That was ball
year.
one.
I know they're relevant
1 and
this
1.
year, right? I know they're practically relevant
Here's the
since, like,
windup.
Aaron
The
Judge
1-1
stepped
pitch.
foot on that team for the first time. But tell me how many rings they've won
From the
since then.
stretch, the delivery.
What's that? None? Cool.
Swinging.
that's correct.
A bouncing ball.
Ground ball up the middle.
Hit a little nub.
Thomas will
Fires across the
throw the ball to first, but Hagen will get there before the throw.
comes to the
Here comes Francis Bluer with 2 doubles and 2 chances today.
from the stretch and delivered. Strike. Runner on first. 1 out. The stretch and delivered. Swinging. And
Bluer crushes a slow ball to left field, but Houston is there for out number 2.
zings it on home. Lindsey Felgate steps up to bat.
Here comes Felgate. 1 for 1, single and a walk so far today.
And the delivery.
If anyone can put HCI back in this game, HC3 back in this game, then Lindsey Felgate
Goes
can
up,
do
pitch
that.
on the way. Low and inside. Runner on first. 2 out. The coach calls timeout.
And a timeout is called. Looks like the Orioles will take the chance to make some defensive adjustments. Will there be a pitching change? No. Frank Thomas is still on the mound.
He winds, cuts to the plate.
Don't think what's not broken.
That was a ball. Runner on first.
Well, can't find the zone there. It's 3-0 to Felgate.
The pitch.
Will she be given the free pass again?
Y'all blew
She will.
that one.
And we've got 2 on, 2 outs.
Isabel Morel.
Here comes Isabel Morelli, who so far today has 2 strikeouts.
From the stretch. The pitch.
Beautiful placement of
The
that right
windup. The
hook.
pitch. Ball Ball 1. Runners on first and second.
Thomas misses high with that slow ball. It's 1-1 now.
From the stretch and the delivery. Strike.
Here's the pitch taken for strike 2. Barely on the outside part of the plate.
If it even looks
The
like it's gonna
stretch,
be in the
1-2
zone,
pitch.
Morelli's got to swing at one of these.
That was ball 2, and the count is 2-2.
Takes that one.
The stretch.
No, 2-2 count.
That was ball
This pitch will miss
3-2.
the zone. 3-2. 2 outs.
3-2 pitch. Another one down.
And Morelli takes strike 3. Put a backwards K on your wall.
2 left on.
We're going to the bottom of the 5th with the Orioles
Now
having a 5-0 lead.
Nicky Winston comes to the plate.
Lindsey Felgate back on the mound for the Yankees. Nicky Winston will come to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
Foul territory. 0-1. Takes her stretch, throws it. Low ball 1.
Pitch misses for ball 1. Winston is 2 for 2 today with a double and a single.
Pitch.
And the heater catches the zone.
1-2.
Strike 2.
She kicks. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Up.
Ground ball to short.
And the throw to first.
And that will be out number 1.
Frank Thomas, the batter.
Watch
Here comes Frank Thomas.
The stretch and the offering.
So far has pitched 5 shutout innings, but has not yet produced at the plate,
The delivery.
at least today.
Strike 2.
See if he can change that. But he's down 0-2 now.
Here's the windup. And
Felgate, here's the pitch.
Up
And he'll foul that one
territory.
back and stay alive in this plate appearance.
Stretch. Here's the pitch. Strike 3.
And takes a pitch that just catches the top part of the zone.
Caught Thomas off guard with that really fast,
Justin Smith comes to bat.
that really fast windup.
Time for a home run. Time out.
Bit of a quick pitch there from Felgate. She's got a 100 heater. Gotta watch out for that.
Oh yeah.
There might be a new pitcher on the mound for the Yankees. See what happens when play resumes.
Now pitching, Fernando.
It's Fernando Diaz. Diaz is a hooks guy.
He's set.
Mentioned this earlier. 100
Strike.
left hook. A 72 right hook.
Now and delivered. Ball 1. 2 out.
Those hooks in good display as one for one corner,
Here's the motion
one missed the other
and
corner.
delivery. Swing. Looped up.
Smith hits a pop-up, and Diaz will get there for out number 3. So we go to the top of the 6th, the last chance for the Yankees to catch up
In
to the
command.
5 runs that the Orioles have put up thus far.
Jillian Payne
Thomas has got
comes
all of his juice. He's got 6 strikeouts, 3 walks.
into the
I'm sure
windup
2 of
and
those
the
walks were like
offering.
unintentionally intentional. But
High ball 1.
there's ball number 1 to Jillian Payne, who has that other walk.
He's set. And the pitch. Ball 2.
Ball 2. Killerbat really
From the
trying to
windup,
like
the pitch.
nip those corners. Just like that. Strike number 1. 2
The
and
stretch
1
and the offering.
to Jillian Payne.
Ball 3.
Ball 3.
With nobody out.
Just a little bit
From
high.
the windup, 3-1 pitch.
Thomas has got to like
A swing.
throw some strikes here eventually, and he does. Winston's gonna chase this ball and dive on top of it. Not gonna
Throws the ball
get
to
her out at first.
Nice.
And the Yankees have 1 run on, 1
Jose
runner on.
Meisenheimer
with
steps
nobody
up to
out.
bat.
Eisenheimer now. Struck out
Here's
once.
the motion
Does
and
not have
the
a hit today.
delivery. The wing.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Runner on first.
And if you're wondering if
nobody out.
Eisenheimer has any hits at all yet this season,
The stretch, the
uh,
delivery,
he has 4.
swung on,
None of them are home runs.
and the count is 0-2.
The 0-2 counts to
windup and
Eisenheimer. Gonna go
delivers.
for that left hook, see if he
The
can fool him.
wing. And
Pop fly. That's actually very well hit.
Backing up.
La Buena is right under it. She is going to make the catch for out number
That's
1.
it, out. Tosses it
Not
home.
necessarily the best
Here's the
arm
throw
in
to
the game.
second.
You can do it.
Stephanie Morgan
Brings up
comes
Morgan.
to the plate.
Yet to connect. Here's to Morgan. She has 4 hits of her own. 2 of them singles, 2 of them doubles
Take the stretch. Touch the
this
plate.
season.
That was ball 1.
Just a little bit high for ball number 1.
Into the motion. Pitch on the way. Strike. Ready now. The 1-1 pitch. That was ball 2.
Ball number 2.
Runner on first.
That right hook
1 out.
trying to get in the zone just does not get in the zone. This one looks like it might get in the zone, and it does. This might be a double play. That will be a double play. Easy. As he trips up at first base and not able to return. And Killerbat has spoiled HC3's perfect season. Final score 5-0. So a good win for Killerbat. I think that Grand Slam definitely did it in for those Yankees. Does not mean necessarily that HC3 has to hold his head. He's got to keep his head high, you know. And now I can hear myself twice again. It's okay.
So
It's okay.
with the win, Killerbat moves to 3-1, and HC3 with the loss is also 3-1. Killerbat's only loss this season is to the still undefeated CRK's Junior Bombers.
CRK is one of those teams you got to watch out for. CRK was a relatively unknown player going into his first season in the RBBL season 10. Then out of nowhere, he just starts winning and winning and winning. I don't know how he does it, genuinely. But dude is really good at the game. They got to watch out for those players. Other coaches to watch out for this season. Might as well go ahead and take a look at the standings. Stave, who is normally a backyard football player, is 3-0. Matitude of the Kansas City Royals in the other division, the front yard division, he is also 3-0. Freak Show 55, the season 10 RBBL champion and almost undefeated last year. He is currently 2-0. And, of course, you have your BBOL veterans such as Hciii and Loba to watch out for. However, Loba is 1-2, the reigning Humongous League champion. Very unlike Loba, but knowing how their yards is, I'm sure he'll bounce back eventually. But yeah, that is the Humongous League in a nutshell.
If you want, we can do a post-game interview. We've got Killerbat available.
Yeah, Killerbat's right here for the talking. KB, you got yourself a very nice dub. Oh, you should probably, he's still deafened. Oh, here we go. KB, congratulations on the victory. I think that La Buena Grand Slam definitely did it for you. You got one of the undefeateds out of the way. It seems that you've gotten back into your stride this season after a very uncharacteristically not so great last season. Tell us what's different this year compared to last year. He's thinking.
Additional either. This is KB.
Hello.
Just it was a really fun game that was competitive by Hciii. Actually it was a really fun one. But we had a pretty rough season last year, not gonna lie. So much so that we had to have the devs, change the game back to what it was previously to some extent. But no, I think everybody kind of agreed that power was not so much powerful anymore. But yeah, it was nice to see the team show up tonight. Gave them a good little pre-game speech, and a whole last year they got kind of chewed out the whole year. So it's good to see them back in action here.
Glad to see you have Frank Thomas back on your squad. Definitely taking advantage of that right hook there. I think that was 6 or 7 strikeouts today.
Yeah.
He seems to be playing. He seems to be getting in his season 2 form.
He showed up today. It was nice, and I think just HC just kept swinging at pitches that were just barely outside the zone. But Frank was dealing today, and that's about as best as I could have hoped for. So really, really proud of Frank tonight.
So, were you nervous at all when you had the bases loaded in the first inning of the third inning?
Every inning that I get bases loaded, it gets you just have to get that inner competitor out and try to really secure things down the best you can. But backyard baseball has a way of just really blowing things up quickly, so that could have gone off course and had a pretty bad train wreck pretty quick there. But glad we held things together and came through with the shutout.
Alex, you can pay out the prediction.
The prediction? Oh, that's a great idea. Shoot, where even is the prediction? Ah, there it is. I'm trying to be very careful because I had Firefox maximized, and every time it's maximized, bam, like that, the screen goes black on Twitch. So let me choose the outcome and give everyone their points. Yes, complete prediction. There we go.
So, Killerbat, you said already you're already feeling better about how the game is going, season 5. With that grand slam, I guess you can confirm power is back.
Oh yeah, that was a thing of beauty. Just seeing Rachel step up, pound it out just past the scoreboard there to the left of that. That was a thing of beauty. It's nice to see Rachel really, really stepping up and saying, "Hey, I'm a 4th-round pick, but I'm going to be the best one there ever was." She's really doing good things this year. I think that's 5 home runs for her already. Yeah, pretty sweet.
Well, thank you very much, Loba, for the talk. Congratulations again on the win,
That's
and
not
good luck
Loba.
the rest of the season, of course.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Well, folks, make sure to stay tuned. I'm going to keep this stream going for at least another hour because in about 1 hour at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, we have some RBBL action. That is our offline play league.
Ooh.
Yeah. It is the first game of the ALCS for the 2001 game. We have Crazy Eights and his Pirates going up against Loba and his famous Florida Marlins. Loba, of course, was the winner of last season's BBOL Humongous League Championship, but also last year's RBBL 2001 Championship, the winner of the Backyard Baseball 2001 online league. He made paste of Visery's, I think he was the Red Sox in 2001, and he was the Phillies in 2003. One of those two. And Loba is one of the better players in pretty much all of competitive backyard sports, point blank period. So he's definitely someone to watch out for. But Crazy Eights has the experience of having played this game competitively for almost, I would even say definitely 7 years now, which is absolutely incredible. So that's a matchup we definitely want to watch out for. So I will still be here to take some Q&A and try and hit a 1,000-foot home run with Pablo Sanchez. Or like maybe play a T-ball game later on. Who knows? But yeah, that'll end things for the online game. Stick around. We'll have some RBBL action here pretty soon, so stay tuned.